I'm real proud to have with me today Gaulding. He's up here really as a spectator for the USAR Pro Cup race and the 100-lap Crossroads Fuel late model race tonight. And but Gray came up here in our opening night and won the Legends National Qualifier in the Young Lions division. And Gray, thank you so much. I understand you flew up here with one of the race teams. I know you guys live in the Charlotte area. You moved from Virginia down there to work on your racing career, and you've been doing great. It was great to have you here in April, and it was great to see you up here, you know, winning that national qualifier and setting one of the fastest times that's ever been recorded at Langley Speedway. You know, how does it feel just to be back visiting? And I know you're prepping to come back racing. First time I came here and
stepped foot on this track, I was like, man, here we go. Let's win this baby. Well, having this Legends National here is really cool, and hopefully we can bring home the win. But my sponsor, Gunburger.com, they've done a great job helping me out, and my team, Chase Pistone, you know, they've done a great job, and hopefully I could just bring back the win and have my name up in the record books.
Yeah, and I mean, the team you're involved in is a pretty extensive racing operation down there. I understand they'll bring 17 cars to the Nationals for various drivers that run in different divisions out of that camp, and it's a pretty exciting group to be tied up with there. And you boys have been fast everywhere you've run on asphalt and dirt. And you did a lot of other racing this summer after coming here and winning the regional qualifier for those Nationals. You went back down, you ran the summer shootout. Recently, you won a shootout race down there in Charlotte. I think it was a real big win for you. What was that like?
Oh, it was great to win at the shootout. You know, we got 50 great cars down there all racing for the same thing. But, you know, like having the Legends Million in the shootout, you know, the shootout was really good to have for a good practice session for the Legends Million. But, you know, every race is a race, so I'm going to go for the win. And I ended up winning there. But we got fourth in the points. But, you know, our team did a great job. Chase Pistone, he prepares a great car, and sponsor was on the car, Gunburger.com. But just racing around these places, you know, Langley, shootout, and being in the Legends Million is really cool, and hopefully one day I could be in the Cup Series looking back and saying, you know, I raced there, and you good people like you guys, you know, they put on a great show here at Langley, and hopefully one day I could come back and maybe have my late model team or something like that running here at Langley.
Well, you know, Gray, I'm going to take you up on that because you and I have become good friends in racing, and you know, you're one of my favorite young drivers in this Legends Series across the country, and you know, with the great success you've had this summer, you know, there's a lot of people looking at you, and you know, like I say, it's been a privilege to have you here at Langley. Let's talk about the $1 million race now. That was a race that was down in Charlotte this summer at Lowe's Motor Speedway, and they had a $1 million purse down there. It was a $250,000 win. Daniel Hemrick from down there in North Carolina was a winner of that big pot, and I understand that you picked around 30 grand off in the qualifiers in some of those races down there in that $1 million race.
Oh, well, you know, we had a little problem. Our carburetors, we had to run the Young Lions race in the rain. They're so full of water, it turned them to jello. But like, you know, like I said, I was just so glad to be a part of that race. You know, it's the biggest race, biggest Legends race in history, and just being in that race and racing against some pros and semi-pros and masters is really cool. And you know, I was just glad to be a part of it, and to finish 30th is not bad. You know, we were a couple laps down, but I was just going back through there, you know, to get my name in the books, and you know, being like Gray Gaulding, you know, he was in the Legends Million, but just being in it was really cool. And you know, hopefully they'll have it next year, or a big race like this. And but really, I can't wait to get down here at Langley. You know, we're gonna run Langley, you know, a couple more times so we can get a great test session for the Langley Nationals. But just to win anywhere is really cool.
Yeah, it certainly is, and I understand that. You know, I used to do a little racing as a hobbyist in some of the support divisions around here, and I know what it means to win, and I know what it means to win at Langley Speedway. It's really special. You say you're coming back to run. We're not racing Legends tonight. You're here to watch a Pro Cup race with me, but in a few weeks, I think you're coming back, and I imagine you're going to run a few events here, and like you say, get dialed in for the Nationals. And I understand there's probably some more boys coming to run, and you know, there's another young man out of Austin, Texas, and I think you know who he is. He came up here and did a unbelievable job a month or so ago, and he was very fast here and took the lead and then finished second. So, you know, it's great to have you here, Gray, and you know, again, these nationals coming up, it's a big event. You know, there'll probably be over 200 cars here. And, you know, when you won that spring qualifier, that guaranteed you a starting spot in the nationals. So you don't really have to come up here with the pressure that a lot of other drivers will be carrying, you know, due to the fact that they'll be even trying to get in the race. You've got a qualified, you're guaranteed a starting spot in that race, and you've already got that behind you. That must feel pretty good.
Oh, it feels great, you know, just having a great team behind me, Chase Pistone, and my sponsor, Gummerker.com. You know, just to be in the race and telling people that I was in the Legends Nationals is really cool. But, you know, hopefully now we're just going to focus on, you know, getting to the lead and making a move, and hopefully we can come out with the win.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gray recently was on CBS News Worldwide. I think it was last Saturday night. What was that experience like? Did you have a lot of fun being on the news, or what did it make you nervous?
Oh, I wasn't nervous at all. You know, they camped at our house for about 4 days. You know, we rode go-karts and we showed them, you know, our palace, I guess. But, you know, it was a great time having them over. I'd like to thank CBS for doing that on me. But you never know. Hopefully one day I could be, you know, the next Jimmy Johnson winning 4 in a row. But, you know, all the people behind me, I'd like to thank them because they've done so much for me, especially my family. Because, you know, we moved from Virginia to North Carolina just for my racing career. So hopefully I could give back to the people like you guys that have done so much for me.
Well, Gray, you've already started that trend, and you know, I'm watching you as a young racer. I know NX is watching this guy. Like I said, he came up here. He'd never seen this place in his life. He won the national qualifier, and that guarantees his starting spot. This October 7th, 8th, and 9th event's going to be huge at Langley. October 7th will be practice all day. On the 8th, which is Friday, there'll be qualifying races all day long. That Friday night race is a race of champions, or champions from all over the country will race for really bragging rights on Friday night. And then Saturday here, we'll have those national events, and it's going to be very exciting. I went down to Lanier, Georgia myself last year and attended that event, and I got to tell y'all, it was some of the best racing I've ever seen in my life. So, you know, thank you for being here with me today, Gray. It was great to have you up. You and I are going to really enjoy ourselves together tonight. We'll, I know you've got like over 100 fans that are young ladies up here, and you and I will be somewhere around here. We'll get us some ice cream together and just kind of bum around, and we'll take all the pressure off. We won't even talk about racing. We'll let these guys over here do that tonight, and it's just great to have you here. Great to have your family behind you, and being part of that Pistone team is pretty cool, and thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. You know, I'd like to thank all the fans that come out, and, you know, like me and you said, you know, we're just going to go up tonight and watch the Pro Cup guys race, but, you know, just being here at Langley Speedway and being a part of the Nationals is really cool.
Y'all heard it right here. You know, Bill Mullis with Langley Speedway, Gray Gaulding. I think he's one of the best young Legends racers in the country today, and October 7th, 8th, and 9th at Langley Speedway, it's going to be on.